Hi, my name is Jenna, and I offer sacred transformational space through life coaching. Thanks so much for coming to my channel here today. And I am here, it's the day after the fall vernal equinox here in the Northern Hemisphere here in 2024. And happy equinox, by the way. And I brought some fall colors here to be with this particular time and day. And I wanted to talk about what was coming to me in meditation was around polarity, which I feel is what's being shown at this particular time of the year, this time of the year, and then in the equinox of the spring. We're at this time, this in between the two solstices and the summer solstice. It's the days of the year that are the longest days, the most sunlight, the most light. And then in a few months, we'll have the winter solstice, which is the longest night of the year and the most dark and least sun time of the year. And so here we are in the middle where the day and night are of equal length. And what I felt was this holding and these polarities of holding the light and holding the shadow, so to speak, the dark, holding all of it, that this was what this time of the year represents, of holding everything and being in this balance point at this Libra equinox, which is Libra, some of the symbols for Libra astrologically are the scale and balance and harmonizing. So here we are at this midpoint of summer and winter, and this holding of both the light and the shadow. And it felt like this opportunity to, on a natural earth sun level, in that earth sun relationship, to really hone into that holding, and to the holding of all. And I'm speaking of, there's the holding of all in our cosmos, in the universe, and the holding of all within ourselves as walking cosmoses, as being walking universes, and holding all within ourselves of that light and shadow, and holding the polarity rather than separating. And what I mean by that is I see, and I've certainly experienced, that what I call splitting in polarity of I'll hold this, but not that. I'll hold what I like, but not what I don't like. And in language, I hear it as good, bad, right, wrong, positive, negative. And what I'm suggesting is holding all of it. So there isn't one or the other. There is all. There is all. It is all experience. It is all a part of us. It is all a part of the cosmos. And one way that I see it come up is around, I'll hear love versus fear, or love versus anger. And what I would suggest, or what I am holding, is love and fear, love and anger, being with both, all. In that holding of the fear, for example, that fear, that's simply a barometer telling us about ourselves, telling us perhaps that there's a need to feel safe. And so facing into that and being in relationship with that part of self to find out what that is. And in that relationship, in being in relationship, there's a sense of safety that comes from that. It can also come from needing to address external things as well, definitely. But that relationship and the value of that, and being in relationship with our being. And our being is love. Our being is unconditional love. It's always there. It's always who we are. Whether or not we feel it at any given moment, it's always who we are. And our feelings are a part of that being. So same with anger, seeing what it's asking for, what it's sharing. Oftentimes anger, it's sharing there's a need not being met. So discovering what that is to address it, whether it is sharing it with another person or acknowledging it and respecting it and being responsible for it inside oneself. Whether or not it can be met on the outside, being in relationship and being in the value, holding the value and respect for our experience. And it may be something that doesn't need to be expressed. It could be also an energy that's used to create and stand behind a boundary. It could be the energy used to move forward in some way in one's life. It could be energy used for creative expression. And again, in that relationship, there is a relationship with one's being and the knowing of one's inherent love, being as love, one's inherent value. So, yes, I've been thinking about this during this time of the year right now of holding everything. And it's as if like the more we hold, the more we can expand. And then the more we can expand and hold and keep expanding as the cosmic, multidimensional beings that we are. The more that we hold inside of ourselves in these bodies that we're in on planet Earth, in our body, the more we can expand to all of who we are, the endlessness of who we are. So those are my thoughts right now on the equinox and polarity. It's holding the polarity rather than disregarding one part. It's like right now in these polarities of the north and south, the poles of this planet, holding, being in the middle and holding it all. Knowing the light and the love that we are. Always, whether we see it or not in any given moment, whether, so to speak, the sun is out that we see, but the sun is always here. So even when it's nighttime and the sun is on the opposite side of the earth, it's always here. So the light of who we are and the love of who we are is always here. I wish you a beautiful fall, autumn, and spring if you're in the southern hemisphere. If I can be of service through the work that I offer in your own self-discovery, your own movement forward into being more fully and authentically who you are and what you're here to bring to this planet in your own very special and unique way that only you can bring, let me know. I will have my contact information down below. And blessings, blessings, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye for now.